Mr. Bitters, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Dude, we just saw two crazy, hectic, fast-paced, insane games. I just need Gonzi to tell me that he's ready. He says, "Keke, go." Start the game. We
All right, now the good thing about this being the final match is we cannot mess up the scores.
That's right.
It is
the
tied
winner
1-1.
of this is actually going to win the series. Man, I totally botched it. I was like, yeah, he wins the series.
Smash. Oh, my God. So we are tied up 1-1 here. The map, Tal'darim Altar, the spawns as far apart as possible. I'm expecting nothing short of an absolutely epic game. I can't imagine one player making a huge blunder.
You know the funniest part of me miscalling that?
Let's hear it.
The producer being like, fail, right in my ear.
He didn't want to share that one with me. So anyways, spawning up in the top right side is going to be Slayer's Gonzi, showing us just such good game sense. And really in both games, I would say even in the first game, the timings that he has in his brain is just, he knows what his opponent has.
Killer, man.
And so if you're at home, just give him a round of applause because no one's going to hear it but you, but it is worth it. MVP, though, also able to bring this to 1-1. He's in the bottom left side, so I'm going to clap for him anyway. Whatever, man.
Husky,
I love these players.
You are so awesome.
Thank you.
So check it out, guys. We had two huge, awesome, crazy, sick, fast, like aggressive, like just, how do you describe those games?
It's one of those games where it's only 15 minutes, but I feel like I just casted like a 2-hour game because it was just so much talking in so little time. I'm exhausted from that game, but I'm just hoping that the last game for tonight can just kind of lead us into the epic finals over the next day.
I think this one's going to drag out a little bit longer, though,
I think
by
so.
virtue of the map. Huge map, cross spawns, but also interesting, both guys going gas way before racks. So both guys favoring maybe another Banshee opening. Banshees are just, they're so good in TVT.
Especially when the Koreans use them, because I almost feel like they always get the use out of their Banshees. We've seen a lot of defensive Banshees in these last couple of games, using it to hold off that push timing where the opponent has more tanks, more Marines, and with Micro, a Banshee is better than all that.
Yeah, you're right, especially with like a clutch cloak right at the last second.
Right.
Bam, knock out a siege tank, get the hell out of dodge. So, I mean, just everything these guys do, I'm blown away. I mean, this could be the final that we're casting right now. Absolutely, it could be.
Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to seeing these players playing more. Remember, this is just day number 2. There is a day number 3 at MLG because they are total boss, and they don't follow other conventions. There's a lot of conventions out there that are only 2 days, but this one is 3. We are just getting warmed up, and the epic games haven't even happened yet, really, because once it starts getting where there's money on the line directly, that's when you start to see the exciting stuff, and I feel like the crowd is going to quite enjoy that.
Oh, man, tomorrow is going to be disgustingly sick. It's going to be, oh, man, I can't even imagine. If previous MLGs are any indicator, it seems like we just keep getting bigger and better, and I'm so stoked for the games we're going to see tomorrow. Really fast second gas from Gonzi, so if we were suspecting Banshee initially, it's all but confirmed now. And I'm thinking he's going to even be throwing in some cloak this time.
Yeah, and the factory is completing within a couple of seconds of each other. We do have a tech lab going on one of the factories. Now it is going, or there's one on the barracks for MVP, and this one's going to be on the factory for Gonzi. Starport going down for Gonzi, and it doesn't look like MVP has a starport going on. He is making a Hellion here. He does have his tech lab on, so this is definitely a variation compared to what Gonzi's doing.
Maybe he's going to go Hellion and then Blue Flame swap? Yeah.
Yep, once that Hellion pops out, timing of it pretty spot on, is going to be landing that right there. And having these Hellions pretty darn good on this map because, number one, it's huge. You need to be able to move around the map quickly to defend locations, but also 4 watchtowers that are very crucial to secure.
Yeah, man, a lot of gas saved up here for Gonzi, so he's almost certainly going to be getting that cloak upgrade. He's walled in his front with a factory and a barrack, so there's not going to be any entry for a scouting SCV or even a scouting Hellion. And yep, there's that cloak upgrade. Banshee's going to start up here soon. Right, bam, perfect timing. So Gonzi is going to have definitely a big opportunity to do some damage here. And critically, MVP not producing any Marines just yet. He does have a reactor going down on that barracks. So once he realizes, oh, this is going to be some Banshees, he will be able to make those Marines 2 at a time. I'm just a little bit concerned because there's no starport for that very important Viking.
Oh, absolutely. And this Hellion trying to bust in here. He does like 1 damage per shot to buildings. I like this building placement from Gonzi right there. Not going to allow that to slip in. And the command center on the way. You mentioned no Viking. He is starting that starport right now. But, I mean, is that going to be in time?
Well, he's throwing out an eBay, so I don't know if the starport's going to be in time. It's going to be close. Banshee's just now finishing. Starport halfway done. eBay about a quarter of the way done. So this is a long map, and Gonzi is going to go all the way around the outskirts of it. So yeah, it's going to be in time.
And he has not canceled the cloaking or anything like that. And again, double Blue Flame Hellion, one upgrade already finishing. Of course, the one for Gonzi going to be delayed because he spent so much gas on getting and rushing towards those Banshees. So, I mean, it looks like the harassment will begin. I wouldn't be surprised to see this Banshee attempt to make it out of there alive. There is going to be a Viking, though, so that definitely reduces the chance of it escaping.
The polish of these builds is unbelievable. Hey, I'm skipping out on Marines. I need to get a Viking. Hey, I don't have any detection. I need to get a turret. It's just like they know what they're susceptible to, and they play to counter it. These guys are so freaking smart. It blows me away.
And the second Banshee out now. Now, this Banshee may not be used for harassment because he's going to run in here, see a missile turret, see a Viking popping out of there, and if this Banshee goes down quickly, I would expect this other Banshee to be used just for her killing units, which he could have hit those Hellions right there if he was able to see him and get in the correct position.
Careful, Gonzi. That Viking is like stalking that Banshee. So second Banshee is on the way, as you said, but very nice turret placement there. Those Marines are being nice and active as well. So
he lifted the barracks right when those Hellions got there. That was like almost like it was his barracks. And while these Hellions are going to start harassing, Gonzi, that was a huge mistake. These Marines in a horrible position. Now he has done a good job softening these Hellions.
Can he get the big shot? No, I don't think so.
Gets both of those at the last second. That was a very dangerous moment there.
Yeah, man. Stuff happens, as the saying goes. Only 5 SCVs going down. What could have been much, much worse than that. MVP almost landing the killing blow there, but Gonzi doing a good job of just recognizing, oh, shoot, and getting out of there before, or dealing with the situation before it got way out of hand.
Yeah, that Banshee was actually in a horrible position for a second there for Gonzi. The scan was perfectly timed, but thankfully Gonzi microed at the correct angle and was able to keep it alive. Although he needs to be careful of these missile turrets. They can see slightly further than they can shoot, kind of like a siege tank, but he is going to get a couple SCV kills here. And the more important thing is he is going to be delaying that gas. And a Banshee at the entrance gets taken out at the last second. They're not able to make it out of the scan range.
Ooh.
Gonzi is trying to bust up here.
Marines doing a lot of damage. I think if they can get up there, oh no, never mind. Hellions are too good.
Hellions are really good. You can see that one Hellion raking in 4 kills by himself. Again, Gonzi finding really good times to attack, but MVP's defense is pretty spot on. Although, let's take a look at the workers killed here. It is 5-4, so you really can't say a huge advantage there.
The big difference is MVP's got an orbital in his natural. Gonzi still hasn't finished his second command center, so MVP is starting to macro really hard. He's down 2 workers right now, but he's also pumping them out 2 at a time, or he should be.
Yeah, I think
he should be MVP.
Yeah, the crucial part is if he can get those SCV productions. Right now, he is a bit supply blocked. Looking at the production tab, though, the supply depots are just finishing up there. And if he can continue producing those SCVs, it's going to be a nice spot for him to be in. But right now, Gonzi is up in workers, and MVP, there he goes. He's going to start that production right now.
Big Hellion poke coming up here from MVP. He's going to get up onto the ramp. Going to see a bunch of Hellions from Gonzi. Gets a decent little engagement there, killing a couple of Hellions almost immediately. Wow. Marines are going to have to be forced to back up to that bunker, and I'm continuously impressed at the safety that goes into every build that he's like. I mean, that bunker is just there because he knows that he needs it. He can just fall right back to it. So in spite of the fact that MVP got the better engagement on those Hellions, Gonzi's safe to just back up, pop in that bunker, no prob, man.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of these battles are coming down to the micro, and then once they fall back, you say they're playing very safe. That's true.
Husky,
what's this from MVP?
This is actually really scary. These Vikings are going to float in here, get a couple of SCV kills, and as soon as they get surrounded, they're going to pop up, and they're going to be able to really like rain terror down. Oh, look at that. So, oh no, Hellions in the front. How did that happen? And the SCVs are all stacked up.
Gonzi, look at this build, distracting in the back, running in the front with MVP Hellions, and the supply discrepancy now 75-40 for Gonzi. I don't know what Gonzi can do if these SCVs get splash damage on them. It is going to be lights out, trying to intercept these Hellions. Can he do enough damage here? It looks like Gonzi will hold, but at what cost? And look at this, even focus firing down the supply depots with the Vikings. MVP does not want to go out. Oh, these SCVs so close to dying, and look at that, he splits them up as much as he possibly can, but this is not good for Gonzi whatsoever.
MVP, former GSL champion, dropping the Manor Mules. If only he could make them dance. GG from Gonzi. MVP, what happened? When did it get away? It's like it was so close. It was neck and neck, and all of a sudden, all the SCVs die, and it's game over.
Well, I pooped a little, so as awkward as that is, that game was awesome. That series was awesome.
Oh,
so
man.
MVP currently undefeated. I'm spinning everywhere. I'm just so excited.
What a great note to go out on, man. Those guys, they killed it, dude.
Yeah, that was a good, final matchup.
We obviously missed something there because, like, like when I looked up, there was a 30 supply difference and 20 SCVs had just died.
Yep,
So.
that shows you the power of MVP's harassment. And that's one thing that I've said is players tend not to use Vikings. Like if they have air superiority, a lot of times they don't end up landing them.
Yeah.
All you had to do was land them for a second and run the Hellions in, and that was a really good choice.
It was brutal.
All right, so that is going to be it for us tonight. We, of course, will be up shining bright and early tomorrow.
There's so much cool stuff happening tomorrow. The championship bracket is going to start tomorrow. Losers bracket is played all the way through. We could probably tell you guys who is going to be advancing. Let me just take a look at my screen here.
Yeah, he's going to bring that one up. And yeah, tomorrow is the day that you do not want to miss. If I had work that I had to take off, I would so do it. I'd just be like, no, I'm deathly ill, guys.
Man,
I have
totally
to watch MLG. I mean,
I don't have
recover.
the bracket anywhere. So.
All right, so yeah, it seems to not be working there.
There's a lot of super strong players still in it. As far as our Zerg players, the only Zerg players still alive in the tournament are the ones who are in the championship pool: Slush, Rhett, Idra, and Dongregu. So as you know, biased Zerg caster here, I'm going to be cheering for those 4 guys to pull it out tomorrow. So many strong Koreans still alive in the tournament, and man, how about the Terran showing we're seeing today, dude? Terran is just crushing FaZe.
Tearing it up as the
Blue Flame Hellions, dude. They are so good.
Oh my God, those games.
So good.
I'm gonna have to just go home right now and sleep.
I'm gonna have to go home and take a shower.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think that's going to be it for us, guys. I'm looking over here at Sean. They are still casting on the red
so
stream.
Check out the red stream. Sean and we closing it out.
Yeah, and the crowd is going crazy, so something good's going on over there. Huge macro game. So I'm Husky on YouTube, just Husky StarCraft. Anything you want to say before we sign out?
I'm Mr. Bitterman, and I don't have anything to plug other than the awesome events that's going to be taking place tomorrow. MLG Day 3, the championship rounds. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.